What's up, everybody? How's it going? Kahns here, and I am back to discuss some Titanfall Assault. And first off, it's kind of been a while since I did a video. Some things came up, but I'm back now. And just want to say to start it off, about a week and a half ago, I did the video announcing my giveaway winner of the 1100 tokens. The person I announced still hasn't come forward yet, so this is the last chance to come forward. If you do not, I'm going to choose someone else, and I will be in touch with that person. So stay tuned, but if you did win, please reach out to me. But anyway, we are here to discuss the update that dropped last night. I had to work all day today, so this is my first opportunity to really look at everything. I kind of read the message that was in-game, but I went to the wiki where they kind of have a little more extensive patch notes. They talk about balance changes, and so I figured I'd make a video and kind of discuss, because there are some really cool things that I am very excited for. Okay, to start it off, we finally got Jack Cooper and BT7274. They announced it a while ago with the contest. Everyone's been waiting for him to come in. They're finally here. And the great thing about it is they're both legendaries, and they're both available in bronze tier, the very first bronze. So they're available at the beginning of the game. You don't have to reach like titanium 2 or 3, as some thought it would be, in order to get these guys. They are available to everybody. There's also, I think, an offer right now, $9.99 to get them both. I haven't decided if I want to do that yet. We'll see. The next thing, and this is a big one too, victory caches now cost less tokens. And there's also these new hacked caches that open immediately. The hacked caches sound cool. I mean, you get a card as soon as you win. But the thing that they did is they dropped the tokens to all the other caches. And so far from what it seems like a lot. I've only really seen what I actually had in my inventory, which I had a light cache waiting to open, and or the small victory cache, where it used to be 20 tokens, it is now 12. That is a pretty significant change for something so small. So if it's going from 20 down to 12, that's what, a 60% or 40% drop. So I can only imagine if you're, let me think about this. The sturdy caches cost 100, so just let's see what they're going to cost. 60 tokens now. I believe the colossal caches used to cost 120, at least for the tier I was in. I was in gold 3. So if they were 120, what are we looking around, like 70-ish, maybe 80? So that is a big, significant upgrade. It was already the best way to spend your tokens was to either buy credits if you needed to upgrade your cards. If not buy them from the store, not buy the crates from the store, but open your victory caches. You got more cards faster. So whenever you want a victory cache, open that up. Whenever you want another one, just keep opening them. That was the best way per card to spend your tokens. And I have a spreadsheet that I kind of did all the numbers for. I can maybe talk about it later if somebody's interested. So next up, daily objective boosts and rebuys. I haven't been able to see this in game yet. So daily objectives can temporarily increase card levels, and you can purchase one additional daily objective per day. So before, I know, like for me, I would get behind on my daily objectives. When I would finish one, I'd have another one waiting for me. So I guess for folks who are on top of their daily objectives, you only get one a day, and you can purchase another daily objective. We'll have to wait and see about that in game. But it can temporarily increase card levels. That sounds interesting. Alright, Crash Site now unlocks at profile level 2. I believe it used to be level 6. Performance matchmaker improvements. Yeah, they reduced load times for better matchmaking for all ranks. That's cool. They actually had a decent matchmaking system, at least that I noticed. I was always getting matched up with people within at least 100 points range. Alright, now the balance updates. I'm excited about these. Big updates. Alright, let's move this up. So, started off with the pilots. Arc Boomer already. Now the last update, he got increased attack speed and increased attack damage. Now again, I think before that was against anybody, but now it's Arc Boomer's damage versus robotics is increased by 20%. Charge Sniper, this is a nice update because I have him, but I don't really use him that much. He was nice to kind of put off to the side and take down the light turret, or kind of snipe out some Titans as they were coming in, but now his damage versus robotics is increased by 25%. That's insane. I might try to use him a little more. There's a ghost bug fix will now properly be knocked out of cloak when taking damage. I don't have her or really fight against her, so I'm not really sure. This is a nice one, a little nerf. Hollow Grenadier, her AoE size has been reduced from 10 down to 7.5. That's nice, because she was kind of OP. She was in just about every deck you'd face. Pyro Bruiser damage versus robotics reduced by 10%. That makes sense. I feel like you did way too much damage to Spectres when they are robots that should be fire resistant. I guess they could melt, but they shouldn't take as much damage as they were. Here's a nice one. Spectre Captain supply cost reduced to 3 from 4. That's awesome, because I don't use him as much, so I might use him more that he's down to only 3 supply. And that's it for the pilots. Alright, as for the Titan updates, Core Ogre bug fix will no longer gain shields incorrectly when being attacked by some enemies. I didn't really notice it much. I didn't use my Core Ogre that bad, or that much. I threw him into some wacky decks, or like a heavy turret shield deck, but I didn't use him consistently. But I guess he would gain a shield when he wasn't supposed to. I did notice that sometimes, like when I was trying to do a heavy turret deck, that if somebody had a nuke Atlas, right, like I think the shield's supposed to prompt whenever he takes damage or right before he's about to die. But it seemed like my Core Ogre would be whacking the nuke Atlas, and as soon as the nuke Atlas would go into the countdown to explode, my Core Ogre would walk away from him and throw up his shield. So he wasn't really getting attacked, but it's almost like he prepared for that nuke, Atlas nuke explosion. So maybe that's what it's trying to fix. Alright, Ion damage versus humans reduced by 20%. That's cool because he is kind of an OP Titan, especially when you drop him in the middle of the field. He just takes down everybody. I like this one. I like this one. Mortar Ogre supply cost reduced to 4 from 5. Now I really like Mortar Ogre, but I feel he either cost too much or he had too little damage. So the fact that they did one of those things is nice. So if you can just get him on the field earlier, that's even, you know, that'll help with the damage, the fact that his damage is kind of low. Nuke Atlas melee DPS increased by 25%. That is a big increase. So I guess he was just, he didn't really do a lot of damage. He was just there to walk around and take damage until he blew up. Sniper Ion supply cost reduced from 6 to 5. Nice. I just got Sniper Ion recently. I haven't used him yet, so that'd be cool to try. Thermal Scorch is another good one, reduced from 6 to 5. I liked using him. He's really cool to watch. He just plows through anything in his way, human-wise. But he was kind of expensive, so it's nice that they dropped him down to 5. Alright. Burn cards. I'm excited about this one. Very excited, very excited. So, I don't use EMP, but I know how many people do. And it is a big, like, almost, in certain cases, if it's at the end of the match and you got it ready, it's like, boop, I win. Like, so, the EMP stun duration versus humans is reduced by 50%. That's huge. EMP damage versus robotics reduced by 100. But I guess this is if you're looking at level 1 EMP, that initial damage is reduced by 100 points. EMP damage versus humans reduced by 50. So overall, it took a damage nerf, a stun nerf, and here you go. EMP global damage versus shielded enemies increased by 100. So it's doing what it's meant to do. It's an EMP is meant to take out a shield or something robotic. So the fact that they're reducing the damage versus humans makes sense, because an EMP goes off, it's not going to hurt me. You know, it's not supposed to. It's just supposed to fry everything that's electronic. The reduced damage versus robotics doesn't quite make sense to me, but I guess maybe it just hit really too hard. I guess maybe they're trying to get it so someone can't drop an EMP to take out maybe a swarm of Spectres. I'm not sure. And then yeah, it's global damage against shielded enemies increased by 100, which makes sense. So she could take out the whole shield. Alright, so the Arc Mine health is reduced to 100 from 150, and the mine health also used to be 150 is now down to 100. And the big one, the finale, the grand finale. If you watch my videos, you know one of my favorite cards is the Rocket Sentry. It was one of the first epic cards I got, first epic burn cards that I got. I had it in my deck in the very beginning. I love utilizing this card. So the fact that the minimum attack range is now increased to 15 from 10, that's huge. So, I mean, you could usually place it and hit 2 nodes. So I wonder if you can kind of put it behind, like say using Training Grounds. Could I set it somewhat really close to point B in the middle and it would still hit A and C? That would be huge. So I'm definitely going to test it. Because I know you can kind of have, the way I would do it on Training Grounds is put it close to the light turret, so it would still hit A all the way over here, it would hit B, but it wouldn't shoot at C. So I wonder if you can move it up, scoot it up a little bit now, where it would still hit B, hit A, and hit C. That's, oh, that would be crazy. Crazy. I mean, it doesn't, I mean, maybe you could do it in, I don't know, I'd have to toy around in Angel City, that's a much bigger map. But still, oh, that's huge. The range, you can attack people from farther away. Oh, I love it. I love it. All good things, all good balance changes. They're really trying to bring the other pilots into it. Like Mortar Ogre, nobody really uses him, so I'm hoping people will start using him now. I want to put him into a deck a little more. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Always an improvement. There's nothing, I don't see anything bad about this. All the updates. And this is huge. The victory cache is huge. Huge. People who buy tokens, spend those tokens, open them victory caches. That's what you should be doing. Until you need some coins and buy some coins. But we've been getting coins pretty good lately. So, yeah. That's it, guys. I'm going to dive into this game now. We're going to have some fun. I just hit Titanium. Finally. I think it was last night. So, stay tuned, guys. I got more videos coming for you, I promise. I'll catch you in the next video.